a lot of people don't love this program. A lot of people kind of have harped on it. And look, this little line of blurb that you see below my face right here is going to mislead a lot of people when we talk about Colorado. We talk about the Big 12. Colorado hammers UCF. This was a game and team in UCF that was amongst one of the best in the country in running the football. We obviously see what they've done with the combination of RJ and KJ in the backfield, Gus Malzahn. But Will warned people. Will said this is the kind of game that Gus Malzahn will lose. Riding high, emotional win the previous weekend. You get home, you feel good about it. You're the favorites, and you get blown off the field. This is probably the most complete win that we have seen out of Colorado in terms of against a worthy opponent in quite some time. And so, look, for all the heckling or all of the criticism that people point towards Colorado and Deion Sanders, and some of it's well warranted, you also have to give credit where credit's due. Deion Sanders and Colorado went into a tough atmosphere. Bounce House is a tough place to play, and they went and won a football game pretty handedly. Travis Hunter, I tweeted this out Saturday night. People didn't agree. They might disagree. I want to get your thoughts. Travis Hunter and Jalen Milroe right now, to me, are the two most electric players in college football. Maybe dynamic's the right word, but they are unbelievable at what they do. Travis Hunter had a Heisman-worthy game. It's very interesting. Alex says in the comments, Colorado definitely has something clicking. They're not the same. They're not. They're absolutely not. Dr. Bob says, if Travis Hunter plays like this the whole year, he should win the Heisman. Otherwise, the award is a fraud. GT Faithful says Colorado has got the talent they need. We'll see if they can keep up. To that point, to all of your points, the trenches for Colorado has progressed enough to where we should have to have a conversation about what would it look like in terms of the Big 12 title odds. So I don't think that Colorado right now for me is a Big 12 title contender. You have to have the conversation because, okay, the big win on Saturday. I understand that. I get that. But what we also need to kind of be understanding here is that, and I want to go back to this. Let's go college football championship picks. No, I don't want that. Conference futures. It shifted a little bit. So let's go down to the Big 12 here for our friends at Bet Online. All right. Kansas State's the new favorite at plus 350. You've got Iowa State in there at plus 400. Colorado's still at plus 1,400. I'm not saying that they should be in the conversation. What I'm telling you is that this Big 12 conference is all over the place. Kansas State and Avery Johnson have looked really good. Iowa State plus 400 if you're into that. UCF still plus 1,000. West Virginia plus 1,200. BYU plus 1,600. Oklahoma State has slipped all the way down to plus 4,000. But Colorado has moved up. They now have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seventh best odds per Bet Online. So that's interesting. Now, Nancy says, didn't they lose to Nebraska? Yes, Nebraska obviously in the Big 10 conference, no longer in the Big 12. We'll see. But this is why I talk about what I talk about in terms of you have to allow teams to evolve over the course of a season. Because if everyone just wrote their playoff ballots in week 3, we'd be sitting here and we'd be talking about, so and so is going to be your top seeds and this, and that. This is why we play the games, folks. You have to figure it out. And look, we've fallen victim to making predictions, and I wouldn't even say fallen victim to making predictions. Everyone does it. You think you know something about a team, and it turns out to be not just false, but really, really not true at all in the least sense of the word. So there's a lot of season left to go for college football. Colorado is a team that could be trending in the right direction. I mean, we'll have to see how they fare, but when you look at their schedule the rest of the way, not only does a bowl game fill in reach, but ladies and gentlemen, they're on a bye week this week, and then they host a de facto elimination game from the Big 12 title race, it feels like. Kansas State and Colorado. The Wildcats come to town. That is going to be must-watch TV on October the 12th, part of that slate that we thought was going to be good. This is just adding in, obviously, another game. But they play Arizona. They host Cincinnati. They go to Texas Tech. They host Utah. They're also going to play at Kansas, and then they'll end the season with a home game as they host Oklahoma State. There's a chance, obviously now, with their record, to get to a bowl game. That is considered, it has to be considered a win, but they're 4-1. They're 2-0 in the conference. They're now 2-1 on the road, and they're riding a 3-game win streak. We're not going to pump fake sunshine into the Colorado program. There's enough of that stuff kind of going around. There's enough of, arm of the athletic program or arm of Deion's army doing that itself. But I'm going to give credit where credit's due. When you criticize a program, you also have to be willing to praise them when they do well. Colorado seems a little different right now. Heading into a bye week, massive game on the other side of this. We'll see how it turns out. It's going to be very interesting.